This is a Mind's Eye Audio exclusive presentation. Small Complications, Chapter 1. Unattractive and Bobby D were not words that people used in the same sentence, and tonight was definitely not an exception to this rule. In his Ralph Lauren tuxedo, Bobby was in all eyes on me mode tonight. Though he glowed on the outside, his inside was in utter turmoil. "Come on, man, pull it together," he told himself. "This is supposed to be the happiest day of your life." Bobby D was getting married, and if you know anything about Bobby, you know that everything had to be picture perfect, and it was. The 3rd Street Baptist Church was filled to capacity with everybody who was anybody. This was, without a doubt, the event of the year. Bobby and his bride were a vision of loveliness as they stood before family, friends, and God to declare their commitment of love. Understandably, he was a little nervous, but Bobby had never experienced shaky knees before. There was a slight perspiration shine to his face, but he blamed it on the lights. He looked over at his best man, who sent a reassuring wink his way. He then looked over at his mother, who was crying. He could still hear her saying that she never thought she'd see the day that somebody made an honest man out of her baby boy. Bobby was happy that his mama was proud of him. He looked over to Brenda, his bride-to-be, who was arguably the happiest person in the room. He could remember her asking time and again if he was ever going to make a real commitment to her. Everybody was happy now, and Bobby was happy too, because he stood in a room filled with happy people. Now Bobby turned to look at the pastor. He could see the holy man's lips moving, but he couldn't hear a sound. Bobby must have momentarily slipped into a world all his own, where time and space ceased to exist. In this world, there was only Bobby and his thoughts. Thoughts about his beautiful wife, their lovely 1-year-old daughter, and how happy they all were, and how they were about to spend the rest of their lives together. Bobby's dream world was shattered as he felt his best man nudge him. It was time to come back to reality for Bobby. It was time for him to recite his vows. His expression painted a picture of limitless joy, and he probably fooled everyone there, but he could not convince himself that this marriage was not possibly the biggest mistake he had ever made.